Good afternoon to you. Mark Sutton of HurricaneTrack.com here with your hurricane outlook and discussion for the first day of summer. The summer solstice is here, June 21st, 2019. Happy Friday to you. Got a few things to talk about. Nothing pressing, no hurricanes forming, anything like that to ruin your weekend. But a few things to discuss nevertheless. Get rid of me for the time being. And let's take a look at this animation of the subsurface. I tweeted about this earlier today. Look at this, how it evolves over time. The anomalies down below. This is the surface of the tropical Pacific, and this is 110 meters deep, something like that. Maybe more than that. Let's get rid of the telestration. 200 meters deep. Sorry. It's deep. And look what's happening here, June 17th. It just updated a few days ago, and you got this cold anomaly pool in the eastern Pacific, and then you got this one large area of positive anomalies. And now this strengthening negative anomaly area showing up, kind of chiseling away at the southwest or whatever part of this warm pool. Bottom line is this El Nino seems to be on the ropes. We've talked about this often, and this latest update here from the subsurface chart shows that. Now, whether or not this continues to weaken enough to kind of get rid of the El Nino conditions by the peak of the Atlantic hurricane season remains to be seen. I don't know the answer to that, but it's interesting to see this evolve over time with these two large bookends, if you will, on either end of this one large area of warmth. It's being chiseled away, and that continues to happen, and it's something to monitor as we go forward. Maybe we will see La Nina conditions set up for 2020. But first, we've got to get through this year, right? All right, real quick, a look at the tropics. Not much happening, but in a few days, National Hurricane Center indicating still a low probability of development well south of Cabo San Lucas here and the resort areas of Mexico as examples. And if this does develop, it'll scoot off in this general direction because of the way the steering pattern is set up as of late, so no worries for Mexico. Is there anything out there now? Not really. This shows you the energy, the vorticity in the atmosphere of the eastern Pacific. A little bit of energy trying to come together here around the intertropical convergence zone at 10 degrees north latitude. But other than that, nothing bundling and coming together like you see up here in the far northern Pacific, this storm system way up here. But that's way up in the cold ocean, the North Pacific, not in the tropics. When you see this kind of bundling down here in the deep tropics, wow, you know something is developing, a tropical cyclone, as it were, as opposed to these extratropical cyclones that get their energy more from atmospheric processes than drawing it from the warm oceans. All right, a quick look here at the animation from the GFS of the eastern Pacific. If we scroll down and look across this region right through here, over the next several days, we're out at about 72 hours now. It looks like in about 3 days, something starts to come together well south of the Mexican coastline. It doesn't look very potent. It kind of heads out to sea there and eventually dissipates over cooler, more stable air mass area of the eastern Pacific. So no threats to Hawaii or anything like that. Kind of interesting that it's going this far into the season, the eastern Pacific season, without seeing any development just yet. But within the next 10 days, which is how far this loop goes, I did the 10-day animation. Oh, look at that. You can zoom in on it. I didn't know that. Cool. This is a 10-day loop, and you can scroll and do whatever. And you can see how that evolves, kind of bends away south of this rather large high-pressure area, and no threat to Mexico. So that's it. Things are nice and quiet. So that being the case, catch up on your movie viewing time, whatever, and rent or purchase my documentary. It's on Amazon Prime Video. Search Tracking the Hurricanes 2018. You all that have seen it and left reviews, you really touch me. It's just incredible. I appreciate it, and it's nice to see that you appreciate what I did. That's cool. It's, I've had an impact on people, and they seem to really, it's hard to say they enjoy the documentary because, it's destruction. It's sad in many regards, but it's also a look at how technology shows us things about hurricanes that we've never been able to see before. And all the stories intertwined into making that happen is what makes this a pretty neat documentary. I watched a little bit of it myself last night on my computer, just kind of reminiscing. Wow, it's done. It's on Amazon. There it is. And I was checking it out. I was like, man, Mark, you should be proud of yourself. But, anyway, I'm rambling. You rent it or purchase it this weekend, and tell me what you think about it, all right? I'd love to hear from you. You can email me, leave a review on Amazon, whatever, and it's good to hear from people and what they think about that particular movie. There we go. I'm back. Hi. So things are nice and quiet. I'll probably take the weekend off and work on some other things. I'm trying to put together a featurette that talks about the music that I composed and created for the documentary. I did the music myself, and I want to do a little bit of a behind the scenes on how I did that music. So I've been shooting some scenes in my office, getting ready to put that together, and I hope to have that on Monday. I'll put it on Patreon first, and then on YouTube, out in the wild, as they say, after that. All right? So have a great rest of, the weekend is here. I can say the rest of it, or whatever. Have a great weekend. Thanks for tuning in on whatever device you're watching me on. From your side of the screen, it's nice to have you there while I'm here. And I am Mark Sudduth. I'll talk to you again on Monday.